Hey, Greater Life, Pastor Rob here. And for the last couple weeks, I've spent a little bit of time talking to you about a special offering called Love My Church. Now, let me just tell you, special offerings are something we do rarely around here. We do them for a purpose, not just to raise money. So I want to talk to you about why we're doing Love My Church now. Now, we will kick it off officially this Sunday, March 22nd, but it really is open for a couple weeks for you to give. Many people give during the week online when they get paid, so it's not necessarily that you have to bring your gift this Sunday. We will take a special moment in service and talk about it and pray together for the offering, but let me talk to you about why Love My Church is important right now. Really, I want you to think of it as love the ministry of the church, not necessarily the church building, even though the ministry is housed in this place and it will be manifested as you give to a project or two here at the church. It's really about loving what God has called us to do. So I just want to take you through it just a little bit. I've told you there's 3 projects, so go with me on a journey and let me show you what we plan to do. This is the stage. This is where every Sunday I deliver from the pulpit the message of God. And not only does it happen right here in this room, it happens in a broader community online. Now, of course, the online community, social media, YouTube, those things are really the town square of this century. So we want to make our message available and it needs an upgrade. So we're going to invest a little bit of money in making sure that our whole live stream experience is done well. As you can see, we've done a lot of upgrades to the sanctuary already, and there'll be more to come. We're going to beautify it a little bit. We're going to fix things that need to be fixed. But our streaming service is about 10 years old. Now, this is the smallest part of our Love My Church project, and it's not by any means our top priority. However, it is important because the message that goes out online is just as important as the message that goes out in this room. It is still the truth, and it is the way that we reach people who have never walked through the doors into this church to hear the message of the church and to see the culture of who we are. So we're going to do everything we can to increase our efforts online. And as you give, that's going to make a huge difference. Hey, Greater Life. Now, I'm standing in front of our kids center because kids are a huge priority to our church. Now, you know this, but we've already done a lot of upgrades to our kid ministry, changed the way we do our teams, done a check-in, a brand new check-in system, renovated our building. Slowly but surely, we're making upgrades in technology. It's all happening. But there's something very special that I want you to know. First of all, this building is full, record number of kids every Sunday in both sides, early childhood and elementary. Early childhood being like 2 and 3s up to preschool, and then kindergarten through 4th grade on this side of the building. And we're doing quality ministry. I just want to expand that. But also, we have an opportunity to reach into a new community, and that is a community of special needs families. Now, special needs families are particular close to mine and Jennifer's heart. We care a lot about families that have special needs because many of those families don't get a chance to come to church because they can't drop their kids off in normal kids' church and be cared for. Now, we already have a team here at Greater Life. They're working hard. They're qualified. They're making ministry happen for those families that we have access to now. But the special needs community is very close-knit. We want to open the door for more families to come, which means we got to put some money into this and invest in our spaces and our ministry so that we can make it safe and effective for families with special needs. Invest in that. I promise you, the dividends will be huge. You will see God transform families' lives who do not have this help from many churches. We want to fill that gap here in York County. Come with me. Now I'm standing at our parking lot. Now this is the first thing all of us see when we come to church, and it's the first place guests see. It's where they determine if we're a friendly church, if we're inviting, if this is the place that they want to come. And so we need to do an investment out here. First of all, we are going to expand our parking. Now that may be something we have to phase in, but we have a need to expand our parking. Right now, our parking is not big enough and it needs repair. So as you can see, there's lots of land that we can expand our parking, and we need to do that for good reason for every one of you and all the people who will come. We're also going to do some needed beautification out here. Next to our building, we need to do some upgrades to our drainage systems. We need to add new things that will be sustainable on this side of the building. We need to change our signage, make it easier for senior adults, make a space for first-time guests. This is a big investment, but it is so worth it. This is the front door of your church, not the door, the parking lot. And so I want to make an investment now in the people that are coming and their experience, and for all of you. Listen, this is a place that you need to be able to invite your friends to, and it needs to be welcoming from the street to the pulpit. And so we're going to make that investment in Love My Church. All right, so we're back in the church. And now you might say, Pastor Rob, that seems like a lot of projects and it seems big. How are we going to afford all that? Well, first of all, money is not hard for God. It's hard for us, but it's not hard for God. He owns it all anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Matter of fact, I want you to focus on something. We are extremely blessed here. We have a beautiful facility, a beautiful property. Great ministry is happening already. It's time to take it to a new season. And as you give and I give, and I'm going to give sacrificially as well, I believe God's going to use our investment and multiply it and make the dividends so much bigger. So as we take this step into Love My Church offering over the next couple weeks, I want you to really pray about what God is asking you to give. Now you might say, well, I'm a regular giver. Why can't our tithe and offering go to these things? Our tithes and offerings are great. And thank you so much. If you're a regular giver here, you are making all the difference. All of our ministry functions because of that giving. However, these are extra things, new things, bigger things that take a special investment. So I'm asking you to consider, above your tithe and offering, a regular giving, what would you give to do these projects? And you might say, God has told me to do this, or I don't know what God is saying. I encourage you to pray. It's really not about the amount. It's all about the unity of us coming together and doing it together as a church. So I will only say this: as you love the ministry of our church, let God bless it, and it will do amazing things in our community. And I believe it because you and I are called to it. Have a great day.